this music, but right now, here's your news.
Hi, I'm Chris Walker in Prince George.
And I'm Carolina DeReich in Prince Rupert. Just like you, we're taking a little break for the holidays.
Daybreak will be back on the air on Monday, January 4th, 2010.
Until then, we hope you have a safe and joyful holiday season.
So from all of us here at Daybreak, we wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is CBC News. Good morning, I'm Sitar's Sirs. Pope Benedict delivered his traditional Christmas Day blessing in the Vatican City this morning, just hours after a midnight mass that included some scary moments. The Pope was knocked down by a woman, but he is unharmed. Sabina Castelfranco reports.
In his Christmas message, Pope Benedict spoke of the troubled situation in Iraq and the small number of Christians who live there and are determined to contribute to build a society. The Pope blessed the crowd and wished a Merry Christmas to the faithful in 65 different languages. The Pope looked well in spite of his tumble in St. Peter's Basilica last night. People at midnight mass were shocked by the sight of the Pope falling to the ground on his way to the altar. A 25-year-old woman jumped a barrier and lunged at him. An 87-year-old French cardinal was also knocked down. He suffered a fracture to his femur bone that called for surgery. The Vatican says the woman responsible for the incident is unstable, but she was not armed. Vatican security officials say she is now in a medical facility under examination. Sabina Castelfranco, CBC News, Rome.
NATO is confirming that a man in a Taliban video is captured American soldier Bo Bergdahl. Bergdahl disappeared nearly 6 months ago in Afghanistan. The video shows him seated, facing the camera, wearing sunglasses and what appears to be a U.S. military uniform and helmet. He identifies himself as Bergdahl and gives his rank, birth date, and other personal information. The Taliban had also released a video of Bergdahl a few weeks after the capture. To Beijing now, where a high-profile Chinese dissident has been sentenced to 11 years in prison. His name, Liu Xiaobo. The move is being widely criticized by Western countries, including the United States.
The United States government is deeply concerned by the sentence of 11 years in prison announced today in the case of prominent Chinese democracy activist Liu Xiaobo under the charge of inciting subversion of state power. Persecution of individuals for the peaceful expression of political views is inconsistent with internationally recognized norms of human rights.
That is American diplomat Gregory May on the courthouse steps in Beijing. Last year, Liu co-wrote a document calling for a shift to democracy and more individual freedoms. His sentence is one of the stiffest ever for political activity in China. The weather outside is frightening in at least 10 mid-American states. They are under blizzard warnings this Christmas Day. A fierce storm is making its way east. Slippery roads are being blamed for 18 deaths. Forecasters say roads in eastern states could get a glaze of ice. And the northern edge of the storm is now hitting southern Manitoba, where 25 centimeters of snow is expected. And that's CBC News. We stream live and podcast at cbcnews.ca. We are also available on iPhone and iPod Touch. Just download the free CBC application. I'm Sitar's Sirs.